Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and E.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast, or the Sinestro podcast, however you identify. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, master of all the cores, it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
That's right. I was going to do the Sinestro oath again. I forgot. Anyway, maybe next week. All right, kids. So, yes, we're back to do part 3 of the Sinestro Corps War from Green Lantern Corps 16 and 17, Green Lantern 24, and, of course, everyone's favorite, Tales of the Sinestro Corps, Superboy-Prime, number 1.
That's
Oh
right.
my God, I did my homework. I actually read that, what is that, DC Comics Presents, where he first appeared. I did my homework.
Oh, nice.
He had hope for 2 seconds.
That was pre-crisis. Or
It was actually, it was, I was going to say it was in the middle of crisis. Yes. All right. I'm not going to leave you waiting. Today, while Luke and I were out, I ran to a few stores. I did pick up some back issues.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I finally found something in the wild I haven't seen since the early 90s. I'm like, I have, no matter how it reads, I have to pick this up just because we've talked about this in hushed tones for years on various shows, William.
Okay.
And I'm just like, okay, I just have to pick it up just for the sheer hell of it. I read it. It read exactly as I thought I was going to read. All right, kids. And I saw, and looking online, I saw it for, a set of this for like an absorbent amount. All right, kids, for the low price of $1, today I found issue 3 of NFL Super Pro.
Oh my gosh. Oh, heaven! Do you hear? Did the heavenly choir sound? You got it.
Yeah, it sounded like fart noises. Anyway, but no, I was just like, I was thinking through this back issue pin, and I was just like, wait a minute. I'm like, I've never seen one of these in the wild since they were on the spinner rack in 1991.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was just like, whoa, just for the hell of it, I got to pick it up. And yes.
And it was what you expected, huh?
Yes. Yes, and this one, he was trying to stop a gang who were attacking people or like vandalizing things or anything. This gang was basically attacking anything that had to do with the Philadelphia Eagles football team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a way to make it personal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they had to tie into the football theme because yes, and even like the one of the ringleaders of this gang basically quits when like the gang like starts like hassling like some mentally challenged kids who are wearing some Philadelphia Eagles gear, and he's just like, no, that's it, no, no, this is all fun and games.
It's a bridge too far, huh?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. But yeah, this is the only issue I've ever read. So whoever the big mystery villain is sends some armored lackey after NFL Super Pro. It's a man. He teleports, and I don't know if he can do other stuff too. But yes, this villain's name, of course, because we have to stick to a theme. Instant Replay.
Nice. Nice.
Written by Mr. Fabian Nicieza. So yeah.
Hey. It's a living.
1991, man. I mean the art was good. It was who
did the art?
You know what? It's Jose Delbo, who I wasn't familiar with, but I swear, like it's not bad art. It almost reminds me of like a Ron Friends or somebody. But I mean,
I think he did art on Transformers. maybe the Marvel Transformers.
I can't remember. I'm not sure. I mean, the art's fine. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with the art. But
wow, that's over 30 years old, Phil.
yes, the completionist in me almost wants to get the rest of them. Just just to say I have them. Just to see, because I think issue 1 at Spider-Man, there's an issue somewhere along the line with Captain America. So I just, oh my god,
gotta get. Yeah, I know, man. I know.
I mean, I think it's only like 18 issues or something. So I'm like, I don't know. Because again, you have to find the back issues because they don't collect them. They don't like put them out digitally anywhere. Because I think it was like a collaboration with the NFL. So of course they,
Yeah, it's licensed comic, right? So,
Yeah.
But hey, ROM has finally been collected. Right?
Yes. Me and Justin are going to cover some of that on Marvel Tales next year because yes, did you see they're putting out like a big omnibus next year, or
yeah,
as we say, the ROMnibus.
The ROMnibus. Nice.
Because I really haven't read any of that before, so yeah, I'm eager to read that. I've actually heard good things about ROM. Yeah.
ROMnibus. That's pretty awesome.
Oh,
I have to.
Yeah. It was so funny the other day on Marvel Tales we did the first issue of the West Coast Avengers miniseries. You remember that?
Yeah.
Where it's Hawkeye on the cover and all the floating heads like who will be on the team? But if you read it on the Marvel Unlimited app, it's so funny because it's like it's just a white background with all Hawkeye and the floating heads. So they just whited out somebody's head, so it just looks like a blank space down. But in the front, it was Rom's head. Rom was on that cover.
Nice,
yeah,
very nice.
So on the app, he's no longer on their cover.
That's awesome. That's completely awesome.
But yeah, I got a few things. I mean, I got some like from the last few years, some GI Joe and Transformers because. Me and Justin.
Oh, new Transformers series starts again pretty soon, doesn't it? First
week of October, yes. Yeah, because we're gonna probably do a once a month on that. So yeah, we're gonna. But yeah, it looks interesting. It's so weird though, because it seems like Megatron's not in it. It seems like Starscream's leading some Decepticons. We're just like, something fishy there.
Interesting.
But yeah, I covered some of that. Oh, you know what else I never read before? Bought my first issue from Impact Comics from 1991.
Oh wow, I do remember the Impact line.
The Comet.
The Comet. Yeah, Jaguar. Comet, Jaguar.
Fly.
Fly. There was one other one, wasn't there?
Was it? Wait, I think it's. Let me see. Well, there's what is it? The Shield or
the team, the Shield, and then there was a team, right? The
Web.
The Web. It was another one, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember seeing all the ads like in the DC books, and I was just like, man, I want to read these. But yeah, this was like my first Impact, and I liked it. It was pretty good.
Yep, I remember those books.
Yeah, because it was Tom Lau on plot and pencils and Mark Waid script. So of course, yeah, it's not going to be too bad.
Exactly.
So I saw that. I'm like, I know this is probably gonna be a decent read. All right. So, what are we talking? Guy Gardner. Should we get to the Sinestro Corps War?
The awesome Sinestro Corps War.
It's been over a week since we chatted, kids. We're all like, hey, go look what I got. Look at it. We're offline. Will was like, look what I got in the mail.
Green Lantern Corps Omnibus. Yes.
I know, man. You could hurt somebody with that thing. Hardcover. You could hurt somebody with that thing.
Hey, they in those issues, they Guardians changed the law. You could kill somebody with it, right?
Oh, branding. I love it.
I try.
All right. So I think the order is it's been a few days since I read these. Green Lantern Corps. I think it's Green Lantern Corps 16, then the Green Lantern issue. Then I think we go back to Corps.
And then Superman Prime.
Boy!
Yes, I know.
He's no man. A whiny, petulant child.
He is. And there was another arm got ripped off.
Talking about branding.
He's definitely on brand.
Well, yeah, definitely. You have to hand it to him.
Hey, just we don't have to strong arm him into it, okay?
Oh, I was gonna get. Oh, you beat me to it. You beat me to it. Don't hurt yourself. Pat yourself on the back with that hand.
It was armed robbery.
Nice. Oh, so Superboy-Prime disarmed him.
Oh. Okay, I'm out.
All right. Hopefully anyone listening or watching this isn't out. All right. So yes, part one. Get some, I'd have to say, I think that this time the Green Lantern Corps issues have like the best covers.
Yeah, and seems like, at least in my overall read, the core issues have a lot more kind of focus with what's going on in them. The Green Lantern issue is more just kind of a hitting a couple of things. I mean, we do get Kyle back, but it's covering everything that's going on Earth, and it's spending its time between Kyle Lax and Guy and John, but there's even though there's more characters with the core, it just those seem to be more focused than what was going on in the single issue of Green Lantern anyway, at least in my mind.
Well, yeah, the core is basically showing you everything else. Green Lantern series is basically just okay. Yeah, here's what happened on Earth right at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially at least this week. Yeah, Green Lantern Corps is doing the heavy lifting. So
yeah, absolutely.
Which if you're Mogo, you should. You could do that. What?
You gotta love his partner too.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, if you're Mogo, yeah, you should be doing heavy lifting. You have all that gravitational pull.
Exactly.
All right, Green Lantern Corps number 16 from November 2007, the Sinestro Corps War, the Battle of Ranks. Writer Dave Gibbons, pencilers Patrick Gleason and Angel Unzuta. Inkers Prentice Rollins and Drew Garassi. Colors Guy Major. Letterer Phil Balsman. And editors Adam Schlagman and Eddie Berganza. On Mogo, Kilowog leads his squad of Green Lanterns against Arkillo's Sinestro Corps members, at the same time trying to account for all the children of the White Lobe. As the two forces battle, Ranks, the sentient city, demands Guy Gardner be turned over to him. Arisia abandons Kilowog's team to go find Sodam Yat, saying she has orders from Salak to protect him. Thinking of a way to protect Mogo, Green Man tells the Lanterns of a creature from his world that reabsorbs its own energy to the point that it appears dead, then rechannels that energy after the threat has passed. Mogo agrees with the strategy and begins concentrating its energy at the core, which causes the Green Lantern rings to stop spreading. However, Arkillo manages to escape Kilowog. Inside Ranks, Sodam Yat leads his team to find Ranks' central core. As they head into the core, Mogo tells Yat that he has to leave the battle, saying that there is a prophecy concerning the two of them about the survival of the Green Lantern Corps. Before Yat can make a decision, Sinestro and some manhunters find him. Arisia arrives to help, but Yat has already managed to fight them off and confidently says he doesn't need help, so she just can't help herself. Arisa counters that despite his skills, he's no Hal Jordan. Oh!
She would say that.
Of course I'm no Hal Jordan. I know how to please a woman. However, Thoss realizes that Ranks, in his madness, is losing control of his gravity disruptors, which are powered by a black hole via a subspace link. If Ranks explodes while linked to a black hole, everything in 2 light years could be destroyed. What was that all?
Yeah.
On Oa, the Guardians of the Universe debate their situation. If Sodam Yat is killed and Mogo is destroyed by Ranks, then the prophecy will come to pass and the Green Lantern Corps will be destroyed. Aware that the number of lanterns is dwindling and that the Sinestro Corps ranks remain static, the Guardians decide to inform the rest of the Corps of the new law to the Book of Oa. Finally reaching Ranks' central core, the Lanterns attack. However, the Sinestros counter by killing several Lanterns, and more keep falling on Mogo. The battle appears lost, and just as Kilowog tells his troops to make the Sinestro Corps work for their deaths, The Green Lantern rings all activate and transmit a single message. The Guardians have amended the first rule of the Book of Oa, and lethal force is now authorized. Many of the Lanterns, such as Vath, Brick, and Buzzed, take it to heart and begin killing the Sinestros, though Kilowog only does so with reluctance. Learning that they are now in danger, several Sinestros break ranks and abort, while Kilowog tells Mogo to resume sending the Green Lantern rings out into the universe as Kilowog searches for Arkillo, hoping to settle things. One of the children of the White Lobe goes for Kilowog, but Salak manages to capture it in a stasis field and incinerates it. Salak tells Kilowog that he is not pleased by the new lethal force directive, but he is a soldier and will follow orders. On ranks, Sodam Yat cleaves and Kaphos in half for Trithos as Izamat tells Arisia, say that 3 times fast, and to just kill the Sinestros and get it over with. Arisia refuses, saying she is no killer. Stell is having trouble keeping Ranks' link to the black hole offline, however, and Sodam Yat orders everyone to evacuate as he prepares to disconnect Ranks from his black hole and overload him. Mogo manages to throw up a force field around itself just in time as Ranks detonates in a massive explosion. With Ranks destroyed, the Sinestro Corps retreats, Arkillo among them as the Green Lanterns regroup. Arisia fears that Sodam Yat was killed, but Sodam managed to survive the blast. Mogo thanks his fellow Lanterns as Salak says that with the new law, the Sinestro Corps will not dare attempt another assault on Mogo and that they'll soon target Oa. However, as the squad prepare to depart, they pick up an SOS that Hal Jordan is transmitting to all Green Lanterns that the Sinestro Corps is launching an invasion of Earth. Whew, that's a lot. So there's 10 laws, right? That the Guardians were saying there's 10 laws?
10 new laws, yeah. And we don't know what they are. So
Yeah.
just the first one is lethal force is enabled only against Sinestro Corps.
So basically, thou shalt not kill until now.
Except Sinestro.
Yes. So yes, one of the commandments has been lifted, kids.
And that's not the last we see of Ranks. He'll come back on Warworld, I think, and post round New 52 or post New 52. I'm not sure.
Maybe, yes. No, that does sound familiar now. Yeah, it's been a while since I read those. So
Yeah,
Yep.
me too. I
Right,
looked it up. I haven't read a lot of those actually, so I looked it up.
All right. So yes, thoughts on this, William? There's a lot here.
Well, I'm curious. Arisia didn't kill.
Yes.
I'm not sure that Kilowog actually killed. He doesn't kill Arkillo on Earth in the next issue. So
Well, doesn't he fry? What does he fry? One of those little things, or is it those things?
That was Salak.
Oh, that's Salak. Yeah.
So the rest. I mean, Izamat and Vanth are both soldiers, so that makes sense. And Sodam. I don't know. They haven't given Sodam Yat a lot of. He shows up and suddenly he's the best at everything, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say, who the hell was he? Adam Warlock?
Yeah, exactly. Now, I guess maybe, Yellow Sun. He's starting to, because Superman's not just super strong and fast. He's also pretty smart because of, the Yellow Sun. So maybe that's what it is. But
and again, I mean, if you're you start getting these powers for the first time, your ego's going to get a little boost too.
Probably, yeah. Daxamites and Kryptonians. But yeah, that was a really good issue.
Oh yeah. Like I said, like the covers for the Green Lantern Corps issues, these two tonight are really good. I think the art, the colors.
Well, and I really I don't know if this is the first, I mean, they've been kind of hinting toward, why Mogo's important, but this is where I think they first showed that without Mogo, the rings don't get directed, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if this or last week, but I think during the war, this is the first time, we've mentioned, without Mogo, those rings aren't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Boy,
I mean,
I hope they're paying Mogo more than they're paying the rest of these lanterns, man.
But we got to see, Kilowog, Salak, Aricia. We got Vant, Isma, Soranik shows up. I think next issue. Estelle and the Green Man. They showed up they show up in the next issue as well when they get to Earth.
Mhm.
So we're seeing a lot. We've got a really large cast of characters here. Just from the core side, not let alone what's going on in Green Lantern with Guy and John and Kyle and
Mhm.
Hal and Parallax and the Justice League and Justice, and everybody on Earth. But yeah, this was a really good issue.
Oh yeah, and again, this plot could easily get muddled or just like wander off, and it doesn't.
It's very focused, and yeah, it's really good.
All right. Oh yeah. I guess like we said, you see Hal Jordan on the last page calling for help. It's Earth.
Yeah.
Because as we learn, kids, it may not be the center of this universe, but it's the center of the multiverse.
The 52.
Yes.
The 52. Now it's infinite. Infinite.
I get it. Echo, yeah. All right. Should we get to the Green Lantern issue?
You bet.
Sounds weird. They're all Green Lantern issues. All right. Green Lantern number 20. Well, I'm sorry. Volume 4, number 24 from December 2007. The Sinestro Corps War. Same part 8. Home Invasion. Home Invasion.
Nice.
Of course, writer Jeff Johns, penciler Ivan Reyes, inker Eau Claire Alberts, and colorist Moose Bauman, letterer Rob Lee, and editors Adam Schlauman and Eddie Berganza. The Sinestro Corps has launched an attack on Earth, bringing War World to the planet. Sinestro leads the attack while Cyborg, Superman, and the Manhunter secure a landing post for the Anti-Monitor. Hal, John, and Guy are unable to contact the Justice League, unaware that they and the rest of Earth's superhero community are already fighting the Sinestros. Hal tries to contact the Green Lantern Corps, but Sinestro overrides the communication. He also tells Hal that Parallax is with his family. Even though his ring is nearly depleted, Hal flies back to Coast City and removes Parallax, taking the entity outside of the city. Unfortunately, Hal's ring is now completely out of power. Hal tries to reach Kyle Rayner, but isn't making any progress. Guy is confused that Parallax still has control, but Hal points out that he had help defeating Parallax, specifically the Spectre.
Yeah.
John theorizes that his mother's grave may do the trick, but Hal mentions a painting his mother owned. Remember that painting, kids, from part 1? Guy reluctantly goes to retrieve the painting while John backs up Hal. Finally, Kyle's hand struggles through Parallax's mouth, and Hal grabs hold, only for the hand to grab him. When John arrives, he finds that Parallax has absorbed both Kyle and Hal. Oh, sorry. Over Mount Rushmore, Guy is attacked by a squad of Sinestro Corps members. Guy decides that he has no choice but to kill them. As the Sinestros mock Guy, saying that he can't. However, Guy informs them that the lethal force restriction has been revoked. Right as a number of Green Lanterns arrive, killing several surprise Sinestros. In New York City, Cyborg, Superman, and the Manhunters fight against the heroes of Earth. Cyborg Superman is unimpressed of their attempts to kill him, though Superman points out that they haven't tried, and Henshaw punches the Man of Steel through the Statue of Liberty. Unfortunately, a new threat soon arrives in the form of Superboy-Prime. John tries to fight What?
Him again.
I know. John tries to fight Parallax while at the same time calling for Hal and Kyle. Guy returns with the painting, and its presence causes Parallax to stop. Inside, Hal is able to reach Kyle despite Parallax's attempt to restrain him. Kyle mentions that a Sinestro Corps virus, Despotilus, killed his mother, and Kyle feels that it was because he's a member of the Green Lantern Corps. Hal tells Kyle that while every Green Lantern must overcome fear, they all struggle with guilt and remorse, but that they don't have to do it alone. Overcoming his fear, Kyle and Hal are able to expel Parallax as he vows to kill them all. Ganthan and Sade arrive and dissect Parallax's weakened spirit, locking him into the 4 Earth Lanterns power batteries. Ganthan announces that they've been expelled from the Guardians, but he has one more ring to give, Kyle Rayner's. Ion is needed with another, and Ganthan offers Cal the ring. Cal accepts, and as the 4 humans recite the Green Lantern Oath and charge their power rings, they vow to stop Sinestro and the Corps. I think it's funny. Remember when Parallax took over Cal, and Parallax goes, cool. Cal gets that ring back, and they get through a shot of all, and he goes, cool.
Very cool.
All
Doesn't
right.
John say super cool or something like that?
I think, yeah. All right. So what you think, Will?
This is a good issue. I feel like the core issues kind of edge this one out this week.
Yeah.
Just because I think they have a bit more focus. This issue is more about getting from point A to point B, and it does focus on that, but it's not. We're dealing a lot more with the kind of the overall themes of Sinestro Corps War in the core book, because it's about lethal force, and killing, and what makes a good police force, and things like that.
And we're setting up a lot here. It's like, okay, Ion's going to be with someone else now. Cal has a ring back.
Yeah. And it's after the Sinestro Corps War that he joins the Green Lantern Corps book, which is, I think, pretty good, because then you have, and really John kind of joins that book at that time, doesn't he? Because I don't think we really get, I know John was supposed to be the backup for Hal, but we never really got them working much as a team. There was just really the one story where was the Wanted Hal Jordan story, where he is pretending to be a bounty hunter.
Oh yeah, he's basically undercover. Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense to move him there, and then a lot of what comes after Sinestro Corps War and after Secret Origin are the encountering and dealing with the different emotional spectrum cores, right? So I don't think that John and Hal team really ever got much airtime, right? For lack of a better term.
Yeah, not really. But just reading these, like it reminded me. I love this where we have like at least 2 Green Lantern books where it's like one is. I like having you basically have your cake and eat it too, okay? Because you have the regular Green Lantern book that's very Earth focused, then you have the Corps book, which is out there in the universe. So you have it
absolutely
both ways, yeah. Oh yeah, and then Ganthan and Sade bring them all their power batteries when they lock Parallax in there. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We've locked Parallax away again. Oh no, that last page. No, when Cal goes cool, John goes damn cool.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
That is a good shot. Almost full page there. Yeah.
Yep. Couple Guardians, Ganthan and Saeed, and then all 4 of the Earth Lanterns. At this point, the only 4 Earth Lanterns.
Yes. So yes, in the next few years, we'll get 3 more.
3 more. Yes.
So all right.
Yeah, I know we're stalling on this last one.
No, we still have another Green Lantern Corps book. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes,
so,
we got to do that.
We don't have to get there yet. No. No, I was gonna say, should we jump to Green Lantern Corps 17?
Yep, let's get to it.
That's another cover, especially with Guy and look at Guy's face. All right, Green Lantern Corps number 17, December 2007, Sinestro Corps War Part 9, Endgame.
Yeah, I really like how they kind of weave this in and out, because hey, Guy went to get the painting.
Yes.
Hey, we get that in this, and then we also get him going back and delivering it in the last issue of Green Lantern. So this is really woven together really well.
Yes, this takes place in the middle of the Green Lantern 24. Yeah. All right, writer Dave Gibbons, penciler. Your 4 pencilers Pascal Alix, Angel Unzuta, Dustin Guyan, and Patrick Gleason. Your 5 inkers. Vincente Kai Fuentes, Rodney Ramos, Rob Hunter, Marlo Elquiza, and Prentice Rollins. Only 1 colorist, Guy Major, 1 letterer, Steve Wands, and your editors, again, Adam Schlauman and Eddie Berganza.
This one was going to probably be late, would be my guess.
I would assume with 4 pencilers and 5 inkers, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have been beating the clock. Because again, were they just like, oh, if any of this comes out late, it's going to back up everything else?
Yep, exactly.
At the Citadel on Oa, the Guardians of the Universe realized that the Sinestro Corps is not trying to rule the universe, but the multiverse. Though they have authorized the Green Lantern Corps to use lethal force, they realized that this itself might not be enough to stop the Sinestro Corps. The Guardians decide that they must reassign the ion power far sooner than they had anticipated. Above Earth, Kilowog's team arrives and responds to Hal Jordan's request for help. As Salak uploads coordinates into their rings, Sornik Natu arrives, hoping for a piece of Sinestro himself. As most of the team heads to Mount Rushmore, despite Sodam Yat's desire to see more action, Kilowog and Salak head to San Diego. The United States Pacific Fleet Station there has already suffered serious casualties thanks to the Sinestro Corps, but Salak and Kilowog managed to even the odds. However, Kilowog soon has troubles of his own, namely Arkillo looking to settle things between them right then and there. At Mount Rushmore, the Green Lanterns engage the Sinestros. Natu is horrified by what is going on, saying that she joined the Corps to save lives. Sodam Yat tells her not to focus on who died, but whose life was saved, namely Honor Lantern Guy Gardner. Oh, that just cracks me up. Honor and Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner, yeah.
Guy explains that he was ambushed while heading to find a painting, and Yat and Natu offer to help him. Guy is annoyed by Sodam's offer of more muscle and is not impressed with the rookie lantern. He is considerably more impressed when Buzz tells him that Sodam Yat saved Mogo by killing Ranks to Sentient City. Guy also tells Natu that there will be more dead by the battle's end and flies off. At San Diego, Arkillo declares that for all his bravery, Kilowog is still a slave to fear, specifically his fear of what he would become if he used his ring to kill. Kilowog explains that it's not fear, merely his disgust with all the death he's seen in his life, ranging from his fellow lanterns to his family and whole species. Kilowog then picks up a scuttled Navy carrier and dumps it on Arkillo. As Salak arrives and announces that the Sinestros are retreating and heading for New York City, Kilowog decides to end Arkillo's rampage right here. Specifically, he severs Arkillo's ring and the finger attached to it.
Nice.
Well, I'm sorry. I put so much emphasis on that, but I had to point that out, kids. Yeah.
I can't think of anything, so all right.
I can.
Don't get fingered.
Regrouping in New York, the Green Lanterns are waiting for their orders when they suddenly find a target. Sinestro and the Anti-Monitor. Well, that's a big enough target. Though Kilowog and Salak order them to hold their position, several of the more impetuous lanterns go straight after the Anti-Monitor, but are hit with an energy blast. 2 of the group are killed, but Natu and Sodam Yat survived. Yat charges the Anti-Monitor, only to be swatted away and crash into several buildings. As Sornik works to revive him, she discovers that his Daxamite physiology is absorbing yellow solar radiation and developing power similar to those of Kryptonians. As she scans him, a hologram of Sinestro appears, amazed that she still answered the call to duty. Natu is then backed up by Princess Ayaland, and the hologram fades, leaving them to the Anti-Monitor. As the Anti-Monitor prepares to destroy them, the Guardians of the Universe have arrived and offer Sodam Yat to become the host of Ion. With Ion bonded to him, Sodam Yat is now the most powerful Green Lantern in the universe, and right on top of Superboy-Prime's hit list. Thoughts?
That's a good issue. Yep. I mean, we got more with the Guardians. We
It was
got
funny.
Guy
It was funny to see these Green Lanterns we usually see in space, like on different locations on Earth.
on Earth. Yeah, it was kind of an interesting, because you got Stell and Green Man in Vegas, and then Kilowog. Now, I mean, Kilowog's been on Earth before, so and Salak as well. But yeah, it's a good issue. We got I you know I hope I don't feel like it was. I mean, they brought attention to it, but a lot of these Green Lanterns are becoming really comfortable with killing
Yeah.
fairly quickly, right?
Well, I was going to say, do you think that? Well, of course, some of the newer ones who aren't used to that restriction, maybe we're getting used to it. And like you said, soldiers, maybe, But I do like they point out like Natu's a doc, Sornik's a doctor, and it's just like that's going to rub her the wrong way.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, another good issue. Of the whole Vegas thing, it's like a whole city devoted to pleasure.
There's a game of chance that Stell wanted to try.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, this. So yes, we have a new Ion kid. So.
Yep.
And of course, we have to get the Superboy-Prime being like, "Oh, you're right.
You're all bad."
Yeah, things coming to a head here, kids. All right. So should we get to the elephant in the room?
The Superboy-Prime elephant in the room? Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Let me pull it up because once again, there's no synopsis for this. So.
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's a kind of a recap, right?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the Cyborg Superman one, where it's like, yeah, they're basically retelling the whole Superboy-Prime thing.
And then we get the last few pages of him, ripping another arm off, fighting the bad guys, being all whiny. I mean, fighting the good guys and being all whiny, and then seeing Sodam Yat with Ion and going after him after the sun rises because he was still wearing the armor. But then once the sun rises, boom, Kryptonian powers.
And like in the beginning, yeah, they have him like standing over Bart Allen's grave. He's basically not.
Yeah.
To throw Bart someone and like trying to push him into the Speed Force during Infinite Crisis.
Yeah. And he got what? He it burped him out, didn't it? At some point.
Well, I mean, yeah, burps is a polite way of it shot him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they show him fighting all these superheroes. Yes, and of course, was it what's his face, Risk or whatever? Yeah, it's another arm ripped off.
Yeah.
It's like a running joke. But yeah, like the flashback scenes where like he's remembering, his old Earth. Yeah, you could see a lot of these in the DC Comics Presents issue. Was it 87 or something? But yeah, it's on the Marvel, the DC Universe Infinite app, kids. So
cool.
Yeah, it's so funny because yes, in the middle of Crisis, Superman's like fighting these aliens. They zap him with something that sends him to Superboy-Prime's universe. All of a sudden, he just like sees this kid like flying through the sky, who just coincidentally is wearing like a Superboy costume for it's like a Halloween party or something. It's just But no, he is Clark Kent, and yes, he is. That universe had a Krypton, but instead of a rocket, his father Jor-El was working on a matter transporter.
Teleporter, yeah.
Yeah, so he basically just teleported him to Earth because that was the gag. He had only perfected it enough to send it was 50 pounds or less or something, so an infant would work. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it basically just teleports him into these woods where his parents find him. So yeah, again, we see that, and then he basically kisses the girl goodbye. He's like, "I'll be back."
Anti-monitor wave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, then they show him fighting in Crisis, and going off with Earth 2 Superman and Lois and Alexander Luthor.
And it's punching time.
Yes,
time to make things weird.
Yes. They're not too happy with what they see. Yeah, so they decide to break free. Yep. Although it's funny, again, this recap, we don't see Superboy-Prime punching the wall. We see Earth 2 Superman punching them out.
We see him breaking it. Yeah, he breaks it.
So is that the problem? It was like, yeah. If you break it, fine. But if you're just like sitting there smashing against it, you're going to cause universal problems.
You're gonna cause, Red Hood to be created and weird stuff.
Ugh.
But yeah, I mean, we get a nice summary of when and where he's appeared. We get a capsule summary of Infinite Crisis, and then we get him battling. I mean, God, it's the Justice Society, the Titans. Everybody's throwing in.
Oh yeah, towards the end here, he's got Superman, Supergirl, and Power Girl on him. I mean,
oh yeah,
because he said something.
And Crypto.
Oh yeah, Crypto. Yeah. No, because at one point they have him down, and he goes, he's like, I'm gonna beat the super out of you, Superman, just like I did. That has been meaning Earth 2 Superman, and that's when really angers Power Girl.
Yeah.
She shoots the heat vision like right between his legs. She goes, I'll use my heat vision to turn you into Supergirl Prime. So yeah, I mean, everyone just like dog pals on him. I mean, Martian Manhunter's on there. But yeah, eventually they lose because the sun
rises.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Alan was there with the Justice Society, so. But yeah, he says, he's basically basically Superman's gonna be gone. He's gonna take Superman's place, and he'll be Superman.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works, but whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, and then at the end of that, it just kind of gets us to the end of that Green Lantern Corps issue where he's facing off with Sodam Yat.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a really good kind of capsule summary. I think you know that I find the character annoying at best.
I mean, he's such a plot device is the problem.
Yeah. And so, I mean, he's so whiny too. I mean, I get it, but.
Oh, what's funny? They have that backup story, like another story about a Sinestro Corps member that has a synopsis. The main story did not have a synopsis, but the backup has a synopsis.
Nice.
Which is fear of a baby's cry. In the Citadel on Cord, Green Lanterns Amni and Matu Pri hold Sinestro Corps member Lycia Drac prisoner. They have been ordered to hold her until a Green Lantern backup arrives. Lycia realizes that Amni is pregnant and tells them about Cribe, a Sinestro Corps member who killed Green Lantern Gerald of Sector 55 and her husband and stole their baby, Sarakin, placing her in Crib's back cage with the other Green Lantern orphans she collected. Lycia states that Cribe will come for Amni and Matu's child on the day it is born.
Nice.
So, yes, another frightening Sinestro Corps member, kids.
They're all frightening and horrific, right?
Oh, Lord. And this issue, you may not have realized this, Will. I did not. This issue was the first time Superboy-Prime refers to himself as Superboy-Prime.
Oh, cool. I did not know that.
So
I did not know that.
As if the ego wasn't big enough.
Yeah. Superboy-Prime. He's the prime one.
That's like because he was from Earth Prime. It'd be like Superman ran around. It's like, I'm Superman 1.
2, 3, 4.
Oh. So
I mean, it's still a good issue. It's just kind of more of the things that I don't like about Superboy-Prime.
And I think a lot of this, like this one, the Cyborg Superman issue we did last time, I think it's a lot of it's just like, oh hey, let's like catch some people up if they don't know the origins of Cyborg Superman and Superboy, especially Superboy-Prime, because I mean between the end of Crisis and then Infinite Crisis, he hadn't appeared, so that was like a 20-year gap.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I get it, and the same thing for, well,
I mean, Cyborg Superman had been in and out since he first
mhm.
appeared.
And so it was with the Parallax one, though. We were more just about Kyle and Kyle's recent history. With his mom dying, and then of course his origin, and Alex and Jade and Donna Troy and all that stuff. So
Yeah. So, okay, so let's take a tally here. All right, Parallax has been taken out, so
yes, so the entity that powers them is now contained,
but
right?
they still have the anti-monitor.
They do have the Anti-Monitor, and they have Superboy-Prime
Arm-
and Cyborg Superman and Sinestro. Sinestro hasn't really. I mean, he's orchestrated all of this.
Yes, but
But
physically, yeah, he hasn't done much. Yeah.
he hasn't taken a hand in a lot of this stuff yet. I mean, he did go to um, Korrigar and let Soranik let them think that Soranik beat him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. He was messing with Sornik more than he messed with anyone, including Hal. That in this thing.
But that's coming. That's coming.
Yep.
And it's I find it interesting that Hal, of course, Hal is number one on his list, right?
hmm
But I would have expected Guy or John to be number two, but he has a particular hatred for Kyle, and I think I know why. What do you think?
Um, do you think maybe is it because he thought with that if you take Hal Jordan out of the equation, the Lantern Corps was never going to come back, but he hates Kyle because he actually saved the Green Lantern Corps.
Maybe I think it's because he wasn't he was a random.
Yeah.
He's the alley. He calls him an alley rat, right? Because that's where he got the ring. It was in
And
the
again,
alley.
too, Cal was basically. I mean, at first we thought he was basically chosen at random. In the middle of the chaos that was Emerald Twilight. We know how much Sinestro loves chaos.
Yeah. So and I think that's kind of interesting. I mean, we're gonna play more. We'll see more of that, as the Sinestro Corps wraps up.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that because
that is a good point. I mean, he in his eyes, Sinestro might think, Kyle Rayner's not worthy of the ring. He basically just got
exactly.
grandfathered in.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I of course Hal's the one he has is number one on his list, but he and Kyle, he has a particular mat on for Kyle, which I think is explained by that, and of course he shot him with a bunch of arrows in Rebirth.
Oh, that too. Yeah, he did. Yeah, didn't he scar him too? So yeah, he's
Yep.
definitely has a mat on. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Guy and John. I mean, of course, he dislikes them all. I mean, if anything, I think he thinks Guy's just like a dumb animal.
Yeah. And John, I don't know that he ever really encountered much until he will encounter him a lot more
Yeah.
post Blackest Night. But yeah, I mean it's Hal and Kyle that he saves his particular brand of tortures for, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could see him having a little mat on for John because, I mean, John Stewart was the husband of his immediate replacement.
That's true.
Spornick was not the first person to replace him. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the Lantern I really want to see brought back.
Yes. I mean, all the deaths we've reversed in comics, and it's like we haven't reversed Count Matui yet.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, even if she say she's still dead, what about a story where we see John Stewart have to travel the afterlife to drag her, back to the land of the living or something?
hmm I mean, maybe we'll get more about that with the John Stewart, War Journal or Green Lantern War Journal series that's coming out. We'll see, but
It
I mean,
it just seems like there's some unspoken rule. It's like if a Green Lantern character was killed in the kitchen, you can't bring him back.
perhaps.
because she was killed in the kitchen. Alex was killed in the kitchen.
Yeah. And Katniss' death was just
It was
so pointless.
pointless. Yeah, and it was just like out of Action Comic 601 because that story was only a few pages in that issue, and yeah, it's just quick. Star Sapphire. She's like, yeah, I want to mess with Hal Jordan, so yeah, I'll kill you.
Which, yeah, I know. I know.
I'm like, if you really want to mess with Hal, wouldn't she have killed Aricia?
Yeah, or Carol, or Hal,
Or Tom, or yeah. Or any of his brothers, or
nieces and nephews, or yeah.
well,
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
I'll let her slide on that one because again, I mean, nobody knows. Nobody seems clear these days on how many nieces and nephews Hal has.
That is true. That is true.
Somebody bring that into continuity where it's just like, oh yeah, some of this reality got forwarded somehow, and it's like, oh yeah, I had a niece I spent a ton of time with when I was the Spectre. Well, how did I forget that?
Magic.
I'm just trying to think. Is there some reason why they gloss over that Spectre series because it's not on the app, and
Yeah,
we never mentioned that niece, and
it needs to be collected. It really does.
yes. Again, I mean, it's J.M. DeMatteis. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's not like it's written by some hack or something. Come on.
And it's got lots of great artists on it, and I feel like the second half of that series doesn't hold up.
Well,
It's still
again,
good. It's still good, but
because we did that stuff with Sinestro, quote unquote.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it was trying to tie it more into the superhero universe stuff, whereas the first half of it is less tied in, and there are some just really great stories in it.
Oh yeah, there's one or two. Remember, we said it's like the Spectre's barely in it. It's basically just story,
Stories of redemption.
Mhm. All right, Will. Anything else?
I think that's it, sir.
All right. Well, time flies because next week will be our wrap up of the Sinestro Corps War already. From Tales of the Green Lantern Corps Ion #1, Green Lantern Corps 18, Green Lantern 25, Green Lantern Corps 19, and Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Secret Files and Origins #1.
Nice.
And then, yes, in 2 weeks, we're going to be covering some the Brave and the Bold issues, the series from 2007. We're going to cover some of the Green Lantern issues. It's like 1 and 2, 19 through 22, and number 30. So
cool.
Be a nice little, maybe a little later tone than the Sinestro Corps War.
A bit of a break from the Total War.
Yes. I'm trying to remember. Did Mark Waid write that, or I thought he was on some of that. I thought he was on some of those stuff.
He was. George Perez was on.
Oh, he did the art on this. So a lot of some of those. Yeah. So, yeah, those are gonna be weird. Those are gonna be some fun. Yeah, because I never even read all of those. I read a few of them. So yeah, I'm excited to read some of those. Hold on, I'm pulling this up. I want to see something here. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, wait until Ray, just wait. Oh, issue 1 is written by Mark Waid and art by George Perez. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
And guess who issue 1 is, Ray? Green Lantern, and you know who?
Batman. My favorite character.
Yes. Yeah, issue 2, Green Lantern and Supergirl. Where's the what was it? Yeah. Oh, 19, 20, 19 and 20 are Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and the Phantom Stranger.
That'll be interesting. I don't think I've read that one.
Me neither. Yeah, and then 21 and 22 is Green Lantern, Green Arrow, so it'll be Hal and Oliver.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? 30 is passed it up. Green Lantern and Dr. Fate.
That'll be interesting.
That'd be a nice little there, yeah.
Looking forward. I think I've read the first 2 issues of that, but
Yeah.
I don't think I read the others. So I'm looking forward to rereading those.
Oh, issue 30 with Dr. Fate is written by J. Michael Straczynski.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, might get a mixed bag here. Yeah, Brave and the Bold 21 and 22 by Dave Hine.
Hmm.
He also did 19 and 20 with the Phantom Stranger. So, so we're gonna get that episode. We'll get like 3 different writers. Yeah, because 1 and 2 with Batman and Supergirl, that is Mark Waid and George Perez. So
Nice, very nice.
all right, kids. So yes, send us all your thoughts on all those. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, link to the Patreon. Again, always got something fun for you there. So find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right, Mr. Will Allred, master of all color cores, master of Quantum Zone, master of Kickstarter comics and podcasting. Hit them with all those links, kid.
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED. That's Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and Blue Sky and Hive and Mastodon and several other things I probably forgot that I set up. But I'm not hard to find. If you'd like to check out the comics that I write, you can do that at crossoverdivision.com, where Crossover Division the hardcover is going to be going to the printer hopefully within the next week. So that'll be cool. And then once that's fulfilled, we'll be launching Crossover Division number 5 pretty soon after. So you can also check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And finally, if you obviously have great taste because you're here listening to Phil and I, which means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. If you'd like to find out more about Marvel's Quasar, check that out at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Hey, you boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
I am God.
And of course.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Of course.
Of course. All right, kids. Can't believe we're already there already. But next week, the end of the Sinestro Corps War may not end the way you think. And in 2 weeks, the Brave and the Bold. Hal Jordan teams up with a bunch of heroes: Batman, Supergirl, Phantom Stranger, and Dr. Fate.
Cool.
And then we'll keep going on with Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps issues, and Secret Origins not that far away.
That's right. And then it's the ramp up to the Blackest Night.
That's right. All right, and episode 150 at the end of the year. All right, kids, come back next time. And remember, watch out for that boy.